You're watching SCAC Volleyball Media Days. What's up for us today from Kirk? This is head coach Howard Wallace and senior setter Kelli Bolen of the Schreiner Mountaineers. And first of all, we want to thank both of you so much for joining us this afternoon.
No problem.
Coach, we'll start with you. You're going into your second year of the SCAC. What are some differences do you think you will see from your first year in the conference going into your second year?
As far as the conference goes, I think everybody's going to be at least as good as they were and probably better. We have a range on all conferences, the top teams down to the teams that are challenging. And so I expect it to be, I use that word challenging again. From our own perspective, it's going to be very different because we graduated 6 seniors and, have one really starter returning. And so we're going to have to work hard to get up to the same level.
Coach, share with me what are the expectations going into 2014?
Well, I'd like us to finish at least where we did last year, if not move up the ladder in conference. That may be a lot to ask, but we want to make sure we have high expectations. Relative to the team, we being as young as we are, we really need on gelling as early as possible. And we're going to a tournament this weekend, and we'll have that opportunity, of course, and just keep moving forward in that direction as we go through the season and into the SCAC.
Kelli, share with me just the excitement level, the energy level in the gym throughout camp and preseason, and then just, of course, the excitement level to get started this weekend.
We're so excited moving forward to represent Schreiner, and we've really been working hard in preseason. Like Coach said, we did lose 6 seniors, but we've all been working really hard to get back up to where we need to be and learning to play with some new players, and we have some really strong new players.
Coach, share with me just what have you seen from this team throughout camp, throughout preseason that you liked?
Well, the neat thing is there was immediate buy-in from all the newcomers that have come in. And the energy level has been day one. I also like our team chemistry early on. So the returners really welcome the newcomers in with open arms, and that just makes for better practice and just getting better as we go.
Coach, I'll stay with you. It's a younger team, as we've mentioned, losing 6 seniors, but you have a couple seniors and some juniors mixed in as well. How vital are they going to leadership roles in team success?
Well, they've already taken on that leadership role, and we actually haven't picked our captains yet. We have 6 people on the whole team that could be with experience and confidence enough to be. That'll be in experience. That'll be something that I'm going to enjoy seeing come out of having such a large group and then finalizing our captains. So the leadership is there, and the young people are looking up to those older people already. And so it's quite evident. Whether they're going to be captains or not, we'll still have great leaders in the group.
Kelli, what is it to you to tell those leaders to be one of the leaders on this team?
I think it's important to create a meaningful experience for those freshmen so we continue to have those returners, and just really being receptive to all my teammates and listening and maintaining that intensity on the court and off the court.
Coach, tell me about your returners and the roles they're going to play this year.
Okay, well, Kelli here is one of our starting setters at this point. We're still dabbling on running a 5-1 or 6-2, but she has shown the leadership, being one of the older players. Then Alyssa Chapman will be back as our starter from last year, and Dee Baggy, if you may recall, was injured last year, so missed the season. Had a red shirt, but she's back, and will also be, an upperclassman, quote unquote, as far as the returning players. So those are the main folks. Courtney Riopel is also a setter who's a freshman last year, and she's been competing for a setting time on the court as well. And then I'm trying to think. GL Wendell is another returner that was a freshman last year, and she's worked hard in the off season to get the level she wants to be to play. And then we're looking for the libero spot because we lost our libero to graduation and our next defensive specialist. So Shannon is in that role and fighting from there. And I compare the returners with some of the incoming people when you'd like me to.
Kelli, I'll come back to you. Just share with me some of the goals and expectations that you set for yourself, the team is set for itself in 2014.
The goals that we've discussed this year are, number one, earning the respect of our opponents, definitely through sportsmanship and how we play on the court. And we all set individual goals. Some of mine are working on my serve, being consistent in that serve, and also maintaining a level of intensity throughout the entire game.
Coach, I'll come back to you. Tell me about the newcomers, as you just alluded to, what you've seen from them throughout the preseason and what you're expecting from them.
Well, our two major outside hitters are Lauren and Mallory, and both of them come in with the understanding of how we want things done as far as what the coaching staff is concerned with, and they both have stepped right in. I must say it's been nice. The upperclassmen have welcomed them in, and they're just doing everything they should be doing in an effort to get on the court and compete.
We'll get you both out on this final question. Kelli, let's start with you. For the Schreiner Mountaineers to reach its goals and expectations in 2014, what will be some of the keys to success?
Staying disciplined in practice is one of the major things, making sure we're not just going through the motions in practice, and definitely being supportive of each other and talking the entire time, making sure we keep those lines of communication open, things like that.
Coach, I'll ask you the same question. In your eyes, what will also be some of the other keys to success?
I think just competing, all the time competing. And a couple other newcomers that I didn't mention yet, but they're working hard and competing for playing time are Catherine and Kayla. They're both defensive specialists coming in and pushing people. And we want to compete every time we step out on the floor. So that's really one of my main goals, because I think if you compete at the highest level you possibly can at that time, it gives you the best opportunity to come out ahead in the end.
I've been watching SCAC Volleyball Media Days with head coach Howard Wallace and senior setter Kelli Bolen of the Schreiner Mountaineers. Again, we thank you both for taking the time out today to discuss the upcoming season with us, and we wish you good luck in 2014.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, and thank you. We're looking forward to it.